Hello guys. Today I'm going to show you a chess game I played against the Stockfish cheater on my alternate account. He was making very suspicious and perfect moves and played each move on 6-second time intervals. But I drew him with my endgame play. In this video, I will show you how I did it. So without further ado, let's get started. So I started the game with e4. My opponent responded with e5. We have knight f3, knight c6, and bishop to b5. We were playing the so-called Ruy Lopez opening. My opponent played knight to f6, attacking my pawn on e4. I castled. It looks like I'm giving up a free pawn, but after my opponent captures my pawn on e4, I respond with rook e1. Right now, if you try to protect your knight with the move f5, I'll respond with d3, kicking your knight back to f6. Then, after bishop takes c6, d takes c6, knight takes e5, bishop e7, and then queen e2, I'll have a strong rook and queen combination staring at your king. And if you castle, I'll play the brilliant move knight takes c6, forcing you to capture my knight, and I'll recapture your bishop on e7. Going back to the position, if you respond with the move d5, I will still play d3, kicking your knight back to f6. Then after knight takes e5, I have two threats that wins pieces. One of which is knight takes c6, b takes c6, and bishop takes c6 check, winning your rook. And the second of which is knight takes c6 check, with a fork on your queen. Therefore, we know that defending the knight is impossible, so my opponent played knight to d6, attacking my bishop on b5 and closing the a4 to e8 diagonal. I recaptured black's pawn with knight takes e5, threatening knight takes c6 check with a fork on the queen. My opponent played bishop to e7, closing the e-file to the king. I retreated my bishop back to f1, and after we traded knights, he castled. And then after a couple developing moves, my opponent played the dubious move knight to e8. This was the top engine choice, and the point of this is basically that you want to get your knight out of the way to play d5 and gain the center. Then, after a couple of moves, I offered a trade for my light-squared bishop. Stockfish accepted my trade. Right now, I wasn't really sure what to do, so I offered a trade for my dark-squared bishop as well. Stockfish avoided the trade, retreating his bishop to e7. We both developed our rooks, and I played h6, giving my king some breathing air. Stockfish moved the bishop back to f8, and we traded pieces, like this. And now I play queen to e3, attempting to gain access to the e-file. Stockfish played queen to e6, and I played knight to c2, protecting the queen on e3. We both bring our king out, and then Stockfish traded queens with me, and then after a couple of moves, Stockfish traded the knight with his bishop, and then we just play some endgame moves. And right now, it's just two kings staring at each other, and after a couple of moves, we lock the center, and neither of our kings can trespass to the other king's territory. And after a couple of moves, the game ended in a draw. We both played with 99% accuracy, and it was a perfect game that I played with Stockfish, or this guy.